What is Bank's diesel performance? Cell phone number 601-8072. Our certified technicians are the first class when it comes to the setup of Bank's overall performance products. To make your reservation, name 601-8072. Does Bank's Derringer void warranty? The Derringer will no longer void your warranty. Unlike a flash tune that plays the code on your truck's PC is rewritten, Derringer does now not write to or depart a footprint on the ECU or TCM. When buying a new truck, SUV, or motorhome, you'll have to make an important choice. Which is better, gasoline or diesel? It's a query confronting greater and extra new automobile customers in the mild truck, SUV, and motorhome marketplace. And soon, it might also be a query for automobile shoppers too. Whether you choose for the extra highly priced diesel engine in a new car may additionally hinge on your ride with diesel engines. Perhaps it will rely on your want for performance, or perhaps your choice will be primarily based generally on economics. However, possibilities are there will be an emotional issue to the choice too. For most new automobile buyers, diesel engines connote strength, the energy to pass or pull heavy loads. The phrases strength, heavy duty, durable, and rugged are all related with diesels. Power, that section of the emotional attraction of diesels. After all, you don't suppose of diesel engines for light-duty purposes like bikes or lawnmowers. You may additionally no longer even suppose of diesels as excellent for automobiles, however that too is changing. It's additionally feasible that most of your impressions of diesels have been much less than favorable. If you're like most folks, your previous trip with diesels may also be basically with massive vans and buses. At one time or another, all of us has been caught at the back of a specifically smoky bus or large rig truck. That huge diesel-powered behemoth was once likely gradual too. Fortunately, these old, slow, and soiled diesels are disappearing from the scene. Such diesel engines, in particular these of a couple of years ago, don't always have lots and frequent with the smaller diesels used in today's pickups, SUVs, and motorhomes. However, they have been phase of shaping public thinking. Chances are that your diesel perceptions are based mostly on previous diesel technological know-how due to the fact the new era of modern-day automobile diesel engines has solely been around for a few years, and the adjustments have been dramatic. In fact, nearly all of the objections human beings as soon as had to diesel engines have now been eliminated. That may appear like a lot to believe, so let's take a seam at some of the specifics. Modern diesel engines now have computerized engine administration to manipulate digital gasoline injectors that function at highly excessive pace and pressure. What this ability is that the proper quantity of gasoline is injected at the fantastic feasible time for superior combustion effectivity with minimal air pollution and honestly no smoke. That's right, smoke is an issue of the previous. And now that smoke is gone, so is nearly all diesel exhaust odor. What little diesel exhaust aroma stays will be long gone when ultra-low sulfur diesel gasoline replaces present-day diesel gas in 2006, as mandated via the EPA. The subsequent aspect you'll observe about contemporary diesel engines is that they are quiet. Gone is the clattering sound at idle or low speeds. This is due to pilot injection, every other advantage of digital gas management. Pilot injection is an ingenious noise suppression cycle for current direct injection diesels. Modern diesels with pilot injection run nearly as quietly as same-fuel engines. This is in particular really helpful in diesel pickups and SUVs. The place engine noise is extra noticeable. Performance is something else that has changed. Older diesels tended to be gradual and sluggish. That was once specifically authentic of non-turbocharged diesels. Today's turbo diesel engines are responsive and highly nimble. Some are downright quick, and for most contemporary diesels, overall performance enhancements are simply available. Such modified diesels are regularly quicker and faster than related gas engine vehicles. The remaining frequent objection to diesel engines, different than the preliminary cost, is the availability of diesel fuel. Happily, extra and greater fuel stations have brought one or extra diesel gas pumps, so filling up no longer requires obligatory time out to a truck stop. Diesel gas expenses are normally shut to that of regular grade gasoline. However, that relies upon availability, the place you live, and neighborhood taxes. Having blanketed the frequent objections to diesels, it's time to seam at a few of the advantages. Aside from the greater torque and pulling energy of a diesel engine, one of the largest blessings is gasoline economy. Diesel engines commonly supply 20 to 40% higher gasoline financial system than related fuel engines doing the identical quantity of work. Depending on how many miles you power or earn the fee of fuel, this can quantity to good-sized financial savings that offset the price of the diesel alternative over the lifestyles of the vehicle. There are different much less apparent advantages from having a diesel engine. All of today's diesel engines are turbocharged. As nicely as including effectivity to a diesel engine, a turbocharger additionally has the gain of offsetting strength losses when an automobile is operated at higher altitudes. If you stay at excessive altitude, or if you will use your automobile to tour to areas at excessive altitude, a turbo diesel makes a lot of sense. Yet any other benefit to deciding on a diesel power plant is that energy enhancements are effectively accessible if you prefer to make bigger overall performance past manufacturing facility levels. Simple improvements can without difficulty enhance a diesel's strength output past that of any fuel engine alternative in most vehicles. Diesels are pretty effortless to upgrade, and the adjustments value a long way much less than what would be integral to get equal energy positive factors from a fuel engine. Quality diesel upgrades, such as the Banks merchandise offered some other place on this site, no longer solely make bigger horsepower and torque, they enhance engine effectivity and sturdiness too. Here again, Banks strength improvements can regularly pay for themselves an accelerated gasoline economic system over the existence of the vehicle. If you ever want to have the strongest pickup in your town, as soon as more, the diesel is the way to go. Banks has the vital high-performance tuners and overall performance bundles to wring most energy from a diesel pickup whilst nevertheless supplying a margin of protection to forestall engine or turbocharger damage. The Banks 6-gun tuners with the elective speed loader will even permit you to deliberately make some smoke at chosen instances with the aid of really dialing in the preferred placing. With a Banks modified diesel, you can pick the electricity degree you choose on the fly, any other component you can't do with a gas engine. So what are the blessings to choosing a gas engine? Aside from the barely decreased preliminary cost, there's little to endorse gas engines today. It's a new world, and diesel is no longer the gasoline of the future, it's the gas for today. As if the all-conquering Audi R10 TDI patience racer wasn't proof ample that diesel energy deserves a location in enthusiasts' hearts, Gale Banks and Banks Engineering provide more. The Banks team Chevrolet S10-bodied Sidewinder D-Max Type D now owns the world document for the quickest quarter-mile bypass for a diesel-powered vehicle. 8.21 seconds at 165.5 miles per hour, recorded at some stage in the NHRAAC Delco Nationals, held at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And possibly greater surprising, the solely smoke the purple Sidewinder produced got here from its wholly abused tires. Gale Banks notes that the secret to clean, smoke-free diesel overall performance lies in producing a greater environment-friendly combustion procedure in the cylinder that burns all the gasoline in the engine. Instead than dumping unburned gasoline out the exhaust as thick black smoke. Producing shut to 1,000 horsepower, the Sidewinder's engine began out as 6.6-liter Duramax V8. The equal engine GM matches to heavy obligation Chevy Silverado or GMC Sierra pickups. Banks crew modified the valvetrain and cylinder heads and delivered a freer breathing Banks speed intake, a pair of Honeywell Garrett Racing turbochargers, and a Banks nitrous system. Banks earned the FIA world record for the quickest diesel pickup on the Bonneville Salt Flats again in 2002, recording a 217.306 miles per hour two-way flying mile run. Why is diesel so important? Diesel gas is necessary to the U.S. economy. As a transportation fuel, diesel gasoline presents a broad variety of performance, efficiency, and security features. Diesel gas additionally has a larger strength density than different liquid fuels, so it gives greater beneficial electricity per unit of volume. What is the air-gasoline ratio for diesel? Air-fuel ratio differences. Usually, this ratio stays incredibly shut to 14:7:1, as at this ratio all of the gas and oxygen is totally used up. A diesel engine, however, commonly operates from 18:1 to as excessive as 70:1, and is successful of working in gorgeous lean ratios. What is the stoichiometric ratio for diesel? Image end result for Banks diesel article, 14:5:1. Remember that a stoichiometric equivalence element skill and air-gas ratio of 14:7:1 for fuel engines and 14:5:1 for diesel engines.